As she unbuttoned Michael's shirt, she saw a bite on his neck. She had secretly become a werewolf when bitten by Lucian. Whoa! The frightened female vampire jumped onto the roof like a startled kitten, while Michael, scared out of his wits, jumped out the window. Klein was furious as she conspired with Lucian to hand over Michael, but he escaped. This threw the plans into chaos. To uncover the truth, Celine rushed to the library to check the records of vampire and werewolf history. The book mentioned that centuries ago, among the warriors attacking Lucian's fortress, only one vampire survived, and that was Klein. She got a hefty reward, not just for creating a ruckus, but also for bringing back proof of the werewolf leader's death, a tattooed piece of Lucian's arm. Celine noticed Lucian's pendant matched the attackers who hit Michael days ago. Celine suspected Lucian never died and that Klein had betrayed the vampire clan, secretly making a deal with him. If that's true, things could get messy. She arrived at the elders' resting place, bit her own wrist, and dripped her blood onto a corpse. She needed to wake one of the three elders, Victor, to take charge, and lo and behold, a corpse filled with blood vessels emerged from the time tunnel. She was one of the three vampire elders, wielding supreme power, supposed to sleep for 100 years but woke early. Celine found Lucian, the Wolf King, alive and plotting a grand conspiracy. She summoned all the werewolves, preparing to ambush one of the three elders, Amelia, tonight, plus sent a team to capture Michael. Celine rushed to meet Victor to tell him that the Wolf King, Lucian, was still alive, but Victor couldn't confirm it using Celine's memories. Because the resurrection ritual had to be performed by Celine herself, she couldn't etch complete memories in her bloodline like the elders. Celine was furious because she had disrupted centuries of email conspiracies. She had been sent to the board to decide her fate. Amelia had already arrived at the train station, but the howling of wolves outside was spine-chilling. Hearing wolf howls, everyone was anxious. Suddenly, a werewolf burst through the window. The vampire team just stood by, as if watching a horror movie. They had long been bribed by Lucian, and faced with the werewolf's ambush, the vampires were caught completely off guard. Big Black arrived just in time, pulling out a syringe to drain Amelia's blood like a thirsty vampire. Lucian sent another team to capture Michael, but they bumped into Celine's master, igniting a shootout. Celine struck first, catching the enemies off guard, and the werewolves fell one after another like bowling pins. Celine shattered the glass to let Michael escape first while she stayed back to deal with the remaining foes. What followed was a fierce clash, but alas, Michael was taken away by a police car, and by the time Celine noticed, it was too late. She approached the werewolf, didn't kill her directly, but still dragged her before Victor for serious interrogation. Turns out, they were looking for a special person with the bloodline of Coveners, and it had to be super pure. This genetic trait hid within the DNA of human descendants transmitted in a sneaky manner until it reached Michael. For years, they tried to mix the bloodlines of the two species, but failed miserably because they were battling it out on a cellular level. Until they found Max, whose blood created a perfect fusion. His platelets had amazing power. If Lucian could get his hands on pure blood, like that of a powerhouse like Amelia, and mix it with Michael's blood, everything would change. A half-vampire, half-werewolf would be born, more powerful. But Con reported Amelia's assassination. Hearing this, Victor angrily sucked him, and the werewolf doctor fell dead on the spot. Meanwhile, Lucian had kicked off his plan, getting really busy. He extracted blood from Michael's clinic and injected it into himself, now just waiting for Amelia's blood. Just then, a subordinate came in. "We have a guest." Turns out, Clavin brought his crony seeking help. Clavin betrayed the vampire clan, and Victor wouldn't let him off the hook. Looks like a drama is about to unfold. As Lucian prepared to strike, Klein ambushed him from behind, and a silver bullet spread through Lucian's body. Timing was totally off. Klein made a successful getaway while the werewolves and vampires were intensely battling. Things were getting worse by the minute. Big Black arrived with Amelia's blood, but it was too late. Lucian was already on his last breath. He noticed the vampire team still searching for werewolves and quickly went after them. He pushed the vampire down without mercy, took off his clothes to reveal his weapons, and started smacking Big Black like training a wild beast. This completely enraged him. He shed his outer clothes, transformed into a werewolf, and slowly walked toward that vampire. Ignoring severe pain, he bit down hard, snapping the vampire's neck, then woke up Celine, who tightly embraced Michael. Lucian witnessed the scene and suddenly had a brilliant idea, ready to launch a new scheme. A brave werewolf fearlessly smashed through the wall, trying to block Victor, but was caught by him by the throat. Ultimately, his neck got snapped hard. Celine was escaping with Michael and opened the door, only to find Klein. Klein saw his beloved with Michael and immediately felt the fire of rage shooting without hesitation. The bullet pierced Michael's heart, and finally, Klein managed to eliminate his enemy. All of this is truly astonishing. It's another heart-wrenching moment. Don't forget to like and subscribe.